That's some bad hat, Harry.
Tonight, no long lines and no crowded malls. See why so many people are saying no to Black Friday in exchange for Cyber Monday. The Fox 12 investigators go undercover to track down homeless sex offenders.
I was falsely accused.
Step in the vehicle.
98.
Step in the vehicle.
And that's what you guys get.
How cops are making busts one offender at a time. But first,
Well, I'll worry about that when I see it tomorrow morning.
how much more snow is on the way? Tonight, we'll tell you which cities will see the most snow and which roads you'll want to avoid. Live team coverage of your first live local weather is first on Fox.
Live from Fox 12 Oregon, this is breaking news.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Shauna Parsons.
And I'm Wayne Garcia. We'll have all the information you need to know about tomorrow's icy start. But first, we do begin with some breaking news out of Vancouver. Police warned that at least 2 gunmen may be on the loose right now after a shootout inside a local home.
It happened in the 8800 block of Northeast Benton Drive in Vancouver, and tonight police are still looking for the suspects. KPTV's Jamie Wilson is on the scene with the very latest. Jamie?
Well, behind the yellow tape here, you can see that detectives are on the scene, and inside that house there, they are examining shell casings and bullet holes in the walls. They say several shots were fired. At about 6:45 tonight, police say the owner of this house came home to find 2 burglars inside wearing masks and stealing from him. Then cops tell me the 2 sides exchanged gunfire. We don't know if the homeowner had a gun on him or he picked it up once he got inside the house, but they say that both shot at each other several times. Finally, the suspects ran out, and police say they took off in a gray, newer model SUV. Police are questioning the homeowner, and they have been called to this house before. But neighbors say it's a bigger concern for them that 2 armed burglars are missing. One man says he heard the shots, then saw nearly 10 cop cars out searching for the gunman.
We thought it because they were driving around the neighborhood too, and they found stuff. They were throwing things out the car or something. They found bats and debris out there in the road. Something went on big time.
And now police don't know if any of the burglars were shot, but they have put the word out to local hospitals to keep an eye out for anyone coming in with a suspicious gunshot wound. And recently we just heard that a man did come into Providence Hospital in Portland with a gunshot wound, then was transferred to Emmanuel Hospital. So tonight, Vancouver police are looking into a possible connection with that man. We are going to stay on scene here and have the very latest tonight coming up at 11. Live for now in Vancouver, Jamie Wilson, the 10 o'clock news.
Snow is falling in several places right now, and conditions in the morning could be treacherous. Already tonight, we are hearing of several accidents around town, and there are some school closures to tell you about as well. But first, live team coverage of the November snow. Chief Meteorologist Mark Nelson is live in the Weather Center with a look at what areas could see snow. KPTV's Deborah Gill has some tips to get you through our winter weather. But first, Kevin Quarry is live with a look at some roads that you'll definitely want to avoid as conditions get worse. And we begin with KPTV's David Wilson. He's live tonight with a look at how the city of Portland is preparing for what could be a very long night ahead. David?
Yeah, we're live tonight at ODOT's road maintenance lot up here at Sylvan. This is where trucks fill up with sand before they head out on the road. This is also where they pick up their de-icing vehicles, all to help your morning commute be a little bit safer. Tonight, black ice gets the best of this driver. The overturned pickup blocks the Sylvan off-ramp on Highway 26.
Looks like it's getting ready to freeze, or in some parts of it, it is freezing a little bit. So what we're doing is we're going to go out and start applying some de-icer now.
Jim Nelson with ODOT is one of 50 drivers operating de-icing machines around the Portland metro area. Nelson's job is to keep the roads from freezing as much as possible so more drivers don't end up like this.
The idea is that we try to catch it just before it freezes when there's not as much water on the surface to dilute the de-icer.
A little earlier tonight, Highway 26 was moving along well as side roads in the West Hills began to freeze. The city of Portland is also busy tonight. It has 4 de-icing units operating mostly in the West Hills and more than 100 sanders and plows ready to hit the streets any time of day or night. But some commuters say there is no need for concern.
I don't think it'll stick. I just have a hunch.
Not too worried about it?
No.
So I'll worry about that when I see it tomorrow morning.
Others are a bit more cautious and may take the morning off if needed.
Listen to the weather, listen to the news, and see if it's worth going out or staying home. Probably.
Now, if you take public transportation, TriMet may have delays tomorrow. They also could be on snow routes. For the latest on TriMet, you can go to their website, and you can get there by following the links at kptv.com. We're live in Southwest Portland tonight. David Wilson with 10 o'clock news.
And Washington State's Department of Transportation.
That's right. Washington State's Department of Transportation says all of its 78 trucks are ready for the weather. Maintenance crews have started their winter schedule. They say they have tested their equipment and stocked up on de-icer. Crews will be working around the clock in the Columbia River Gorge as well as in parts of Lewis County for the rest of the season. Well, if you live on a hill, you could be in for a treacherous commute tomorrow. Freezing temperatures could lead to icy roads at higher elevations. And tonight, Fox 12 has a look at some of the worst spots around Portland. KPTV's Kevin Quarry is live in Northwest Portland tonight with more. Kevin.
And Shauna, just take a look at what we're seeing out here right now, about 1/4 of an inch or so out here on the ground. And what we're seeing is that this is starting to really harden up and freeze up. And that's also leading to some icy spots out here on the roads. People who live in spots like this tell us sometimes studded tires and chains aren't even enough. Snow may not have been sticking in most parts of Portland earlier tonight, but on Mount Scott, some homes were covered in white, the kind of scene that makes people up here cringe.
I already told my boss that I might not make it.
Really?
Because if there's a chance of snow down there, up here, it's usually really bad.
Longtime homeowners know this much snow and freezing temperatures can be a dangerous combination.
Once those big old rigs get going, like Tahoes or the pickup trucks, there's a lot of weight there, and it's forward motion, and you can't stop very fast.
Over the years, that scenario has led to endless problems at higher elevations. Last year on Mount Scott, a woman died when she jumped out of this cab as it was sliding down the hill. And on Skyline Boulevard, a family was forced to leave their car behind. Then a year before that, a sander slid into the front yard of a Lake Oswego home. This pickup also flew onto someone's driveway in Portland's West Hills. Even memories of moderate weather on Mount Scott taught drivers a lesson.
The second it turned icy, we couldn't even make it up the hill, so we had to take an alternate route. But yeah, there's no chance in going downhill.
I'm terribly concerned. I'm extremely cautious. I put it in low, and I creep down the hill.
Police say going slow is exactly what drivers should do, but on some of the area's worst hills, some people tell us they may not get in their cars at all.
Stay safe. Don't go out if you don't have to.
And again, we're really starting to see the snow out here kind of freeze up and actually crystallize. Don't know if you can see that on camera or not, but it really is kind of getting a sheen to it. And again, that's leading to icy spots out on the roads. Police say not only should you take it slow, but also remember to increase the distance between your car and the car in front of you. Reporting live in Northwest Portland tonight, Kevin Quarry, the 10 o'clock news.
Come sleet or snow, some road crews are determined to get skiers back to Mount Hood Meadows by December 15th. We checked up on the workers on Highway 35 today. As you'll recall, floods washed away part of that road earlier this month. Workers say they are not letting the cold weather keep them from their goal.
Right now, we've been working long shifts, 12, 14 hours a day. And then I think starting probably later this week, they may start going 24 hours a day.
Workers still have to fill in the washed out areas before they repave the road, and that'll take at least another week.
Whenever the chance of snow is in the forecast, people start to get a little bit excited. And you can see the temperature outside right now on your screen, 31 degrees. That leads to more possibilities of snow. And Chief Meteorologist Mark Nelson joins us now live with a look at what's ahead for tomorrow and also a look back at today's wintry weather. Mark?
Yeah, it was a pretty, let's say, unique November day outside, wasn't it? Did you know this? Out at the coast, there was snow falling around the Astor Column. These pictures out around Astoria and also Cannon Beach. Not a lot of snow, but they had a little hail ball fight with the hail smashed together between two different restaurants. Now, here in the metro area, this is what it looked like about 2:30. The snow really moved in around the Highway 26 Sylvan interchange, and just about everybody saw a little bit of snow this evening in our area. The spirit of the season, or at least a few snowflakes, greeted Clark County just before 5 this morning. The flurries didn't stick in battleground this time, but crews are ready when they do tonight. It's just after 7 in the morning. Businesses opening up in the Cascades are thrilled about the snow.
Oh, I love it, yeah.
Steve Betts says his gas station is ready for the big winter rush, and he's prepared for the cold.
You learn to layer up and put rain gear on, and you're fine.
It's 12:18. We're just sitting out here playing in the snow.
R-I-C-H-T-E-R.
School got out early in Gaston.
We're cheering and yelling. Having a party because school's out.
And of course, that always means a good snowball fight. Even as they got to enjoy a surprising afternoon off, the kids already had their eyes on tomorrow.
Yeah. We're really hoping there's not going to be any school tomorrow. That'd be fun. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Ow, you kicked it in my eye.
And can they get out of school tomorrow? Well, we're going to find out coming up in the first live and local forecast. I can tell you it's definitely cooler out there tonight. You see the 31 degrees. That's on our roof here in Beaverton. But we can add to the wild weather and a water spout offshore today. That's basically a weak tornado that came out of a heavy shower. That was from Clare out in Seal Rock. So lots of weather all around the region today. So where are we right now? Take a look at the live radar. We appear to be in a bit of a dry hole here in the middle of the metro area. Lots of showers still streaming onshore to our south and to our north. But right here in the middle of town, things all dry. So within the next hour, not much coming up. There are some showers up around Battleground, all falling as snow up there. And we do still have a snow advisory up. 28 in Hillsborough right now, 34 in Portland. That first live and local forecast coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, tomorrow's school day is already changing for a lot of students. Salem Academy plus the Wahkiakum and Oregon Trail School Districts all made the decision to open 2 hours late tomorrow, while Jewel, Rainier, and Vernonia schools won't have class at all. Also, within the last 15 minutes, schools in Clatskanie said they will close. Now, if you want to know if the weather's impacting your school district, just log on to our website, and you can see right here that red banner on the top of the screen. It says complete list of school closures. Well, if you click on that, you can see if your school district will have any delays, and that is all on our website, KPTV.com. And be sure to watch Good Day Oregon tomorrow morning. We are starting a half hour earlier at 4:30 to bring you the very latest school closures and delays. Andy Carson and Tony Martinez will also have the very latest on your traffic and weather. It is all starting tomorrow morning at 4:30 on Good Day Oregon.
The 10 o'clock news is just getting started.
They were the trouble spots that sent cars sliding this morning. See where you could run into some problems again during tomorrow's commute.
They spent the weekend trapped in the snow. Now a local family is telling their story for the first time.
The Fox 12 investigators go undercover to bust homeless sex offenders who are breaking the law, right along with police as they track them down.
It's a safety feature that may not do much to protect you from thieves. Wait till you see how easy it is to get into those enclosed ATMs.
And think road rage with cubicles instead of cars. What you and your coworkers can do to keep desk rage out of your office.
You're watching the 10 o'clock news, first live, local. Before hitting the road tomorrow morning, check in with Good Day Oregon for the most up-to-the-minute road conditions. Good Day Oregon, starting tomorrow morning at a special time, 4:30.
Halt! Whoa, whoa, whoa. Answer my 3 questions and I'll let you pass.
Are you kidding?
What's large as a mountain but as small as a... Hey, how many people you got in there?
8.
Whoa, is that a DVD player?
Maybe.
Do I smell cookies?
Hit the gas. That's 3.
Beloved by humans, envied by trolls. The pilot from Honda.
Mary, do you know how much disgrace you have brought upon yourself?
I've broken no vow.
A town that turned against them.
There is a will for this child, greater than my fear of what they may do.
A king determined to destroy them.
I will end this threat to my rule.
Their journey would change the world forever.
How do I raise such a child?
I wonder if I will even be able to teach him anything.
The Nativity Story, rated PG, starts Friday.
He helped save lives when this apartment building caught fire. Now he could help cops solve a crime. The search for this Good Samaritan coming up on the 10 o'clock news. First, live, local.
Hi there. Do you know why we're here?
Jack my price up?
That's right. Your introductory price has just expired. Here's how big your cable bill is now.
That's outrageous.
Yes, it is.
No, this is so wrong.
Are you paying too much for Comcast? Get the Quest Price for Life guarantee. It's high-speed internet for one low price for life, and it starts at just $26.99 a month. Want a price that lasts? Call today. That's our spirit of service.
We're challenging Honda and Toyota head-on at the Hyundai Challenge Year-End Sales Event. It's your last, best, biggest chance to save up to $2,000 cash back on a lineup that offers you better quality, better fuel efficiency, a better warranty, and better year-end savings on models like the award-winning Sonata. We're up to the challenge, and you'll put up to $2,000 in your pocket, but only if you hurry. Get a new Sonata V6 with up to $2,000 cash back or 1.9% APR.
Fox Tuesday at 8.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
A high school hostage crisis live on camera. A gripping all-new standoff. Then at 9, a young girl fights for her life, and House must do the unthinkable.
Stop the surgery.
Get the hell out of my way.
No!
House.
Tuesday at 8 on Fox 12 Oregon.
With the dropping temperatures outside, everybody's thinking about how to stay safe and warm in your car, in your home. So KPTV's Deborah Gill did some checking to find out what works, and she joins us live from Northwest Portland with some things you need to know. Deborah?
Well, as we saw from Kevin a little bit earlier, yeah, the roads are already icy, and take a look at this yard. It's got not a whole lot of snow, but that can make it pretty tough to stay safe with your driving and keep your house nice and warm. And if the power goes out, or your car happens to break down and you get stuck on the side of the road, that challenge to do those things gets even tougher. Tonight, many people we talked to feel their home is prepared for the cold.
It's a newer condo. It's got gas, so if the power goes out, we've still got heat. So we'll be all right.
A fireplace is a sure way to keep warm, and gas fireplaces can still be used even if the power goes out. But don't make the mistake of thinking your gas stove can do the same.
In some cases, it actually can produce carbon monoxide, which of course is deadly. You don't want to fill your house with that. You want to make it warm, but not deadly.
A gas water heater will continue to work even in a power outage. A hot bath or shower and then putting on some warm clothes is a good way to warm up.
Your house is like an envelope, and when you've had the heat going for a while, even if the power goes out, you want to keep the heat in the envelope.
Keep your blinds and curtains closed to keep cold out and heat in. On the road, AAA expects more than 100,000 stranded drivers to call for help this winter.
No, definitely not prepared for driving in it. Didn't think that this would hit so soon, so definitely not prepared. If it's icy in the morning, I think I'll be telecommuting.
You should have a shovel and an ice scraper and a sack of sand or cat litter to give your tires some traction. Emergency flares or reflectors, a tow rope, and booster cables are also a good idea. There are AAA emergency kits with all these things already assembled for one price. The experts also suggest a blanket or sleeping bag, a flashlight with extra batteries, a first aid kit, some drinking water, and non-perishable food in case you have to sit and wait for help for a while. Or, like some will do, just don't drive.
I live close enough I can walk to work if I have to.
Back out live now, the #1 tool in any emergency is a fully charged and working cell phone. Reporting live tonight in Northwest Portland, Deborah Gill, the 10 o'clock news.
A Vancouver family is safe at home tonight after a trip to find the perfect Christmas tree turned treacherous. They were trapped overnight in the snow near Hood River. KPTV's Carrie Tomlinson is in Beaverton and tells us how they survived.
The family of 6 says this is what helped keep them going. Halloween candy in the car where they spent a night trapped in the freezing cold.
I guess we were just looking for some kind of hope.
Dad Randy Kellums, his 4 girls, and his girlfriend Tammy are home safe this evening. Saturday, they set out to find a Christmas tree near Lolo Pass in Randy's SUV with his business name on it. But they got stuck on a snowy road. Dad and his 14-year-old daughter Jessica tried to walk out, while Tammy and the 3 younger girls, ages 4, 7, and 9, stayed behind.
I always tell my girls we're a pretty tough bunch, and I always tell them, don't panic unless you see Dad panic. And of course, I'm panicking inside, but I can't let them know that.
Dad and Jessica had to turn back, however, because of the deep snow. So they all huddled inside the SUV with the heat on, eating leftover candy.
It was pretty demoralizing because we knew at that point that we were in some serious trouble, and we just were kind of at the mercy of whoever was going to come look for us.
Luckily, friends and family sent rescuers to find them, and they did find them early this morning, cold, hungry, but alive.
I kept trying to think positive for myself, so I guess it came true.
Randy said he was worried that his choices could have, quote, sentenced his family to death. But he says he is very grateful for the help of searchers, family, and friends. Carrie Tomlinson, the 10 o'clock news.
In news from around the Northwest tonight, a search is underway near Bend for 2 men. Rescue crews are looking around the Dutchman Flat area. The father and son disappeared on Saturday while on a snowmobile ride. Relatives say that the men know the area pretty well, had on cell phones as well. Dozens of volunteers are helping Deschutes County deputies in that search.
Tonight, one of Fox 12's most wanted is off the streets. Weeks after a deadly shooting in Longview, police arrested Debs Whidden. The 32-year-old denies any involvement in the shooting death of Desiree Settlemeyer earlier this month. Witnesses claim Wooden was sitting next to the 19-year-old woman when she was hit by a bullet. Tonight, the mystery surrounding the purse snatcher at a Fred Meyer in Longview is over. Over the weekend, police say Dane Meyer admitted to stealing a purse in the Longview Fred Meyer parking lot. He said it was just a crime of opportunity when he saw the woman loading packages and kids into her car. Her purse was left in her shopping cart.
Well, he helped wake people in a burning apartment, and tonight fire investigators would like to talk to him. The fire broke out early Saturday morning at the Red Hawk Apartments, but all 8 people inside escaped after a man driving by stopped and tossed pebbles at the windows of the apartment building. Investigators say the man was driving a black SUV. He's not in any trouble. In fact, right now they say they only want to talk with him to learn more about that fire. If you know anything, please call the Tualatin Valley Fire and Rescue.
Off the roads and into your office.
They are calling it desk rage. See what's turning cubicles into emotional battlegrounds.
Keeping warm in the colder weather, we have tips to save energy and money too.
And killed by a deer on his way to go hunting. The strange chain of events that took one hunter's life coming up in the final cut.
It's snowing right now, many spots along the coastline. McMinnville, you folks are getting snow, and also up in Kelso and Longview, you've been getting nailed by lots of snow as well. Back here in Portland, though, the Christmas tree, no, it doesn't have any white snow on it. We'll let you know if there's any more coming before the morning commute in just a few minutes.
You're watching the 10 o'clock news. First, live, local.
Hi, Leo Hillier, Hillier's Mid-City Ford. Before you buy any new car, please look at our new inventory of Mustangs and Roush Stage 3s. 427 horsepower and trip. Diesel. I know. We have more trucks than ever, and they're priced to move now. Remember, all Fords are created equal. Hillier's Mid-City Ford makes a difference. Diesel and I invite you to come see why today.
Bigger isn't always better. The same is true for gambling. When you gamble, set a budget. Set a time limit. Keep it the right size.
Still tonight, see what makes the Fox 12 final cut.
Tracking down sex offenders who aren't following the rules. Go undercover with Fox 12 to find them.
Students kicked out of school for making a movie about teddy bears, the twist that got them expelled.
And putting the Beatles online, why you may finally be able to download the Fab Four.
These stories and much more tonight on the Fox 12 final cut.
How is your family protected? Who looks out for you? For them. A lot of families rely on their American Family Insurance agent to help make sure they have enough coverage on their homes, on their cars, while never paying too much. American Family Insurance. Care has a color. Personal attention has a shape.
American Family Insurance.
This holiday, go above and beyond his expectations with the new Raymond Weil RW Sport from Ben Bridge Jeweler. Elegantly crafted in stainless steel and featuring a duo-time subdial. It's the perfect gift from Ben Bridge.
The Diamond People, Ben Bridge.
This news segment on Fox 12 Oregon is brought to you by Lexus.
I wonder who it's for.
Could be anyone.
My favorite color. What a coincidence.
I did ask for something shiny.
It's that time of year again when you'll find exceptional values on your favorite Lexus vehicles.
Well, I have some things to do inside.
Me too.
See Lexus of Portland.
In tonight's Health Watch, if you have desk rage, you're not alone. Experts say anger is becoming more common at the office. In a survey from 2001 of more than 1,000 workers, 42% of respondents said that there was yelling or verbal abuse in their workplace. 23% said they'd actually been driven to tears. And 10% said they actually saw violence in the office. Experts in anger management say that part of the blame lies in the generation gap. They say younger people are more likely to show their emotions. Also, new technology has made it easier for the office to reach you. Experts say the lack of privacy can drive some people crazy. Turnover in management, downsizing, and outsourcing are also contributing factors because they make workers feel less secure. Experts say you can stay calm by knowing your emotional triggers.
Well, your mother probably told you to sit up straight, but new research suggests you might be better off slouching and slumping. A team of radiologists found that sitting up straight puts unnecessary strain on your spine that could lead to chronic back pain. They say the ideal angle for anyone who sits for long periods of time is to kind of lean back to about 135 degrees, not 90 degrees straight up. It might make working at the computer impractical, but researchers say that is what's best for your back.
Earlier today, we caught these pictures from our skyline camera. The low clouds moving over the snow-covered West Hills. But on our radar at this hour, things died down here in the metro area. But you folks in Kelso and Longview, you've had several bouts of heavy snow today. You've got a nice white covering. We'll let you know if we'll see some of that in the metro area by morning.
Well, slippery conditions made this morning's commute a nightmare, and there's more to come. A look at the trouble spots coming up.
Also, homeless sex offenders breaking the law right along with Fox 12 as we go undercover with police to track them down.
And if you think that you're safe inside those enclosed ATMs, stay tuned. We'll show you just how easy it is for crooks to join you.
You're watching the 10 o'clock news. First, live, local.
Looking for a great local job? Here are a few Northwest jobs from Fox 12 Oregon, powered by JobDango.com. HSBC is hiring customer service reps, positions located in Tigard. Encompass Teleservices is hiring customer care agents, positions located in Beaverton. And Systems Services of America is hiring delivery drivers, positions located in Portland. For details on these local jobs and thousands more, or to advertise your jobs, go to KPTV.com and click on Northwest Jobs at the left side of our homepage.
Nissan asks, what's your resolution? More capability, style, power, space. How about saving money during Nissan's National Year-End Sales Event? Save $3,200 on the 2006 Nissan Altima Special Edition. This offer ends soon. Get to your Nissan dealer now and resolve to save.
How you on? Good to see you, Mal. Good to see you. Oh. What you doing? Was you eating a burger? No, I'm gonna bother you guys sometime, you know what I'm saying? Meet top with me, you know what I mean? Oh my God, let's go down. What's with it, man? One sushi, one sushi. What you your fluffy cheesesteak kind of guy? This burger. Cheesesteak right there, you know what I'm saying? Papas, all the onion, cheese, huh? And a story. Unbelievable. Hello. All right, baby, the beat is always running.
Philly cheesesteak burgers. New at Carl's Jr.
Construction workers get creative to save a puppy caught in a drain. It's ahead on the 10 o'clock news. First, live, local.
Things holiday, all in one stop at Fred Meyer.
How fast is your quarter mile?
Oh, 5 minutes 10.
How fast is your internet?
Oh, well, with Comcast, it's way faster than my old DSL.
They have this thing called Power Boost. Fastest thing I've ever seen. Games, music, videos.
I'm so glad I came back to Comcast.
Comes with free McAfee security.
It's fast and it's safe.
Well, they're making the internet fun again.
I only pay $33 a month for a whole year. I've never had a service disruption either.
So you can keep on running.
Exactly.
Chevy. 9 out of 10 cars we sell get an estimated 30 miles per gallon highway or better. Learn more. Go to Yahoo and click Autos. Qualified lessees can get a low mileage lease on this 07 Cobalt Coupe LS for around $199 a month. Residency restrictions apply. Call for details. See your participating Northwest Chevy dealer or visit us online at shopforchevy.com.
You can soon help brighten the holidays for some kids by taking part in the Fox 12 Fred Meyer Toy Drive. All you have to do is bring a new unwrapped toy to any Fred Meyer store in Oregon or Southwest Washington. The toy drive starts tomorrow and it runs through Christmas Eve, and all of the toys collected will be donated to the Salvation Army, who will then give them to kids in need. And you can always find more information at kptv.com.
Meanwhile, tonight, a lot of people are bracing for tomorrow morning's commute. And if today's was any example, you better give yourself plenty of time and pack a lot of patience. KPTV's Jim Hyde has more.
Temperatures hovered above freezing on city streets today. We can expect to skate by again tomorrow. Sparks from the mouth of the plows could be smothered by snow and ice Tuesday morning from the West Hills down to downtown streets. Air 12 shows Monday morning in Washington County, from Baseline Road to a pre-dawn rollover on Rosedale Road to an accident caroming 3 cars into a farm field. Why so many when it's barely below freezing and snow isn't sticking?
Basically, stupidity. Slow down, pay attention to your surroundings, remember to brake early.
Harsh? Maybe. But when the flakes find freezing temperatures on the streets, local drivers need to earn each other's respect by keeping their distance.
I'm from Minnesota. I'm used to snow.
In Portland, when wheels begin to slurp through the puddles of November, cautious drivers know ice and snow may be around the corner.
The worst driver here in the Portland area is better than the best driver in Minnesota.
Tomorrow, we'll see if Mr. Purvier is right. Reporting in News Control, Jim Hyde, 10 o'clock news.
And to know what streets to avoid in the morning, be sure and watch Andy Carson and Tony Martinez on Good Day Oregon. That starts tomorrow a little bit early at 4:30.
And Mark's here now. But, you know, I have to say it was really exciting, though, to look out the window. And every now and then, just throughout the day, we'd get these big bursts of snowflakes.
And sunshine.
Yeah.
Kind of like it's time for Christmas, right?
It was very exciting.
Yeah. I think we'll see maybe a little bit more tonight. We don't have a big storm coming tonight.
Okay.
I want to get that out of the way. We do have maybe some more snow showers coming up, and everybody will freeze tonight. So if there's water on your street, I think it'll be frozen in the morning. So I think that's the biggest issue is water, frozen areas just about all over the place. Now, on our live radars, as I've been showing you during this hour, looks like most of the activity now going to the south of the metro area and also to the north, kind of a dry area right in here. Now, I think that'll fill in a little bit more during the next few hours, but right now, you folks down I-5, let's say from around Donald, Woodburn, and then east to a Molalla, maybe up towards Canby, and just skirting the southern edge of Oregon City. This is headed off to the east. That would include Estacada, and then one other area of showers on the northern edge of the metro area. Just moved through St. Helens. Looks like it's snowing in Ridgefield, La Center, and Battleground is right down in there. This will be heading to the east into the Cascade foothills. Now, it is pretty cold out there, 28 at Hillsboro. It's such a cold air mass that as soon as we get any sort of clearing between showers, temperatures plummet. So 34 here in Portland, 35 in Vancouver, so we are very close to the freezing point at this hour. Now, we do have a snow advisory for all of the west side, including the beaches. Yeah, the beaches, I think, have a pretty good chance for more snow overnight tonight. Salem in the snow advisory, and so is Corvallis. Here in Portland, it's dry right now, as I mentioned. River Cam shows dry on the east side Esplanade. It's 34 degrees at this hour in Portland, 33 in Salem. Notice everybody's in the 30s. Now, I want to show you this, the satellite picture. We've had all this moisture rotating in from the west, these scattered showers. But we have what's called an Arctic front just to our north. That's really, really cold air. Cold and dry Arctic air. Bellingham, 14. The wind is gusting from the northeast at about 50 miles per hour. So cold Arctic air is pouring out over the Puget Sound. They had thunder snow showers over Seattle this evening. That moves south overnight. Once it gets down close to Portland, probably getting close to daybreak, may give us a few more snow showers, but that's it. Once it moves south of us after daybreak, that's it for the snow shower. So dry Tuesday coming up, and then we just turn, well, just partly cloudy and some sunshine and dry conditions. You notice our rain and snow forecast after 6 a.m., completely dry. So then we go for east winds on Wednesday and a cool day. Tomorrow will be chilly, but Wednesday's going to feel even colder. So tonight, maybe a trace to 1 inch. Tuesday and Wednesday, dry, snow level plenty low for snow. But then Thursday, weather system comes in. We think we could get some brief snow out of that. It may not last very long, and then we should be up in the mid-40s by Thursday afternoon. So we have one more shot coming up Thursday morning. 1 to 2 inches along the coast tonight, even to the beaches, though. In the valleys, 40 at Salem tomorrow, 37 at Staten, a trace to 1 inch coming up for tonight at best. You go east of the Cascades, about 28 in LeGrand tomorrow, 28 in Baker City. A few folks east side, I think the best chance for showers right along the Cascades, maybe Hood River. The Dalles, chance for a shower, but you'll see a northeast wind picking up tomorrow morning, and that'll keep you cool, only 32 degrees. And finally in the Cascades, not much snow left up there, just another 2 or 3 inches. Timberline Lodge all the way up to 13 degrees tomorrow, and Mount Hood Ski Bowl about 22 degrees. First live and local forecast here in town. I think most of us wake up to at least a little carpet of white around. I don't think anybody will see more than an inch of new snow. 30 for a low, only 36 in midday, 37 for the high. And with clearing skies tomorrow night, it's really going to drop like a rock. Many areas, maybe in the outlying areas tomorrow night, could be in the upper teens. Hillsborough tonight, 25, 25 in Forest Grove, 24 in Scappoose, 37 tomorrow in Beaverton. East side of town, Gresham about 36, and a bit of a breezy gorge, wind developing real late in the day tomorrow. Then, as I mentioned, Wednesday, the coldest day we've had since last February, 35 for a high. Thursday, we start out with snow, but notice I think we'll get a good south wind that day. That should push us up into the 40s, and then mainly dry. Ridge of high pressure sits over us, and that'll be nice. Just as December starts, we finally get a break after a month of pretty much continuous rain. Don't forget, KPTV.com, that's your Les Schwab Tires instant desktop weather. And Andy will be on early again tomorrow morning with Drew Jackson at 4:30.
In the final cut tonight, deadly consequences as a pizza delivery man turns the tables on his robbers and kills one of the suspects. A deer hunter is killed by his prey. Hear the strange chain of events that cost one man his life. And some students are facing consequences after making a movie that has teddy bears killing a teacher. This is the 10 o'clock news, first live, local.
It's that magical time of year. Get a special lease offer on a C230 sports sedan with a powerful 2.5-liter V6 at the Mercedes-Benz Winter Event, now through January 2nd. There's never been a better time to get that Mercedes-Benz on your wish list.
Health Plan. Together. Health plans for individuals, families, employer groups, and people with Medicare.
Want to create something extraordinary? Create perfection. Our lifestyle appliances make it easy.
When only the best will do. Standard TV and appliance and you.
Going online instead of standing in line, the biggest day for web-based shopping, plus everything else you need to know next on Fox 12 Final Cut.
Hey guys.
Hey, stand up.
We have a little announcement to make. We both
He went to Jared.
Oh, he went to Jared.
He went to Jared.
You went to Jared?
You went to Jared?
Jared, the Galleria of Jewelry, has 5 times the selection of ordinary jewelry stores, from the classic to the contemporary, so you'll find the perfect ring.
You went to Jared?
I know. You went to Jared.
Jared, the Galleria of Jewelry.
Cotland Gardner is a real Geico customer, not an actor. So to help tell her story, we hired an actor.
My husband totaled our new SUV on my birthday.
But you know I still love him.
Less than 6 hours after the accident, the Geico claim adjuster was at my house.
Well, I put on some tangerine lip gloss and answered the door.
Geico service turned out to be the best birthday present I could ever want.
I was one lucky woman.
Geico. Real service, real savings.
The new model year is off to an exciting start at the Chrysler Premier event. See the debut of our first SUV, the new Chrysler Aspen, and the all-new Sebring sedan. They join the new, more powerful Pacifica, the award-winning Chrysler 300 with available all-wheel drive, and the Town & Country with stow-and-go seating.
Well-qualified buyers get 0% financing for 60 months or cash allowances of $5,500 on 06 Town & Country.
See Town & Country and the rest of our new lineup at the Chrysler Premier event.
Stand by the final cut in 3, 2, 1, cue 'em.
And the final cut starts with news from across America. And tonight, a suspicious fire at a group home in Missouri. That fire today killed 10 people, including a worker at the home. Emergency crews took 18 people to the hospital. The building that burned to the ground was home to 32 people in all who were either elderly or mentally ill. Investigators say there was a small fire at that home about 2 days ago. The home's owner was cited earlier this year for health and safety violations, but says those problems were fixed.
The Final Cut heads to Atlanta now, where the DA is deciding whether to charge a pizza delivery man who shot and killed a 14-year-old boy. The delivery man says the boy was one of 3 teens who robbed him last night. Police are still looking for the other boys. This was the 3rd time the driver's been robbed. He did have a permit to carry a gun. Tonight, investigators in Pennsylvania are looking into whether a gas leak caused a home to explode. 2 people were hurt in that explosion today. By the look of the damage that was done, it is just amazing no one died in that accident. The gas company says no work was being done on that gas line at the time. A bizarre twist of fate in Pennsylvania, where a man who was on his way to go deer hunting was killed by a deer. His truck hit the animal before running into a tree and then crashing into a pool. Investigators don't think the driver ever saw the deer because he never used his brakes. Today was the first official day of deer season.
Well, police near Los Angeles searched a high school today after the principal found a hand grenade there. They say there was also a note that said there were other bombs. Students were evacuated while a bomb squad searched the campus. Police did not report finding any more bombs. They also say that hand grenade was no longer explosive. In Indiana, 2 high school students who were expelled for making a movie are now suing the school district. The movie was about teddy bears that take revenge on a teacher for a student. Well, the problem is that the teacher in the movie has the name of a real teacher in the district. Administrators kicked out 4 boys last month, saying that the movie was threatening. 2 of the students are suing now to try to get back in that school. Some construction workers in Miami rescued a pooch in peril. Take a look. The dog got stuck in a drain pipe today. Now, workers called animal control when they saw the dog fall in, but when animal control could not get the dog out, the workers took matters into their own hands. Take a look. They got that canine into a makeshift net. Out the dog comes. No word tonight on the dog's owner because that dog ran away as soon as it got back on the ground.
A U.S. fighter jet crashed today in the fight for Iraq. It was flying near Baghdad in support of ground forces at the time. Investigators do not know what caused the crash, but right now they say they doubt it was the result of enemy fire. Witnesses say the plane was flying erratically before it took a nosedive and exploded in a farmer's field. The military has not released any information about the jet pilot. Tonight, Governor Kulongoski is overseas visiting Oregon troops. The governor met with Pentagon officials this morning in Washington, D.C. before heading off. He's traveling with a delegation that includes the governors of New York, New Jersey, and Utah. Because of security concerns, details like the destinations of the governors are not being released.
If you think that you're any safer using an ATM behind closed doors, think again. The doors to some ATMs will open for nearly any card with a magnetic stripe. And police say that the best thing to do is to never let your guard down. They also say that you should do your banking in the daytime and in areas where there are lots of people. You should also use that ATM quickly.
You've heard of Black Friday? Well, today was something called Cyber Monday. It's a time when holiday shoppers looking to avoid those long lines at traditional stores decide to shop online instead. It's the first real test for online retailers who are hoping to drum up their holiday business. On this Cyber Monday, about 61 million people are expected to buy their gifts on the web. Apple Computers may be working to solve a big problem with its iTunes music store. Right now, you can't buy any Beatles songs. Well, according to Fortune magazine, Apple is in talks which would make the Fab Four's music exclusively available on the iTunes website for up to a year. Now you could always walk in a store and buy Beatles CDs, but so far it's been next to impossible to buy Beatles songs online.
It happens in every community. A convicted sex offender moves in next door, police notify neighbors, and if they break their rules, parole officers show up immediately. But what happens when the offenders don't have a phone or even an address? Tonight, KPTV's Jamie Wilson takes us along for an undercover mission to track down homeless sex offenders.
We'll do a quick pass up Main and we'll check some of these motel parking lots.
This morning, folks in Vancouver might just see 2 guys on the road in a beat-up van, but these are actually detectives on a mission to find dangerous predators.
As both a cop and a parent, my biggest concern with the sex offenders is the ones that are transient, because they're a little harder to keep track of. So we're just walking the area.
Brian Acey is part of the Vancouver Police Career Criminal Apprehension Team, or CCAT, and today they're after these 2 men. 22-year-old Bill Brown, convicted of molesting a 6-year-old boy in a forest, and 28-year-old Darren Sanford, found guilty of luring children and offering them money for sex. Both men are the highest risk, level 3 homeless sex offenders. That means they have to check in with their parole officers every single day, but they have not been showing up.
Okay, if you and I get around a corner and he's on ground, you jump out and go with him.
Searching for Brown, first the undercover officers fan out around the bus depot. Security guards tell us he comes here every day. They also check out a homeless camp right next to I-5. Then Detective AC and I go into a local shelter to ask about meal times and to scan the crowd. Once again, there is no sign of Brown.
That's the gold rush. Yeah, we're going to do that last so we don't burn ourselves, but if you guys want to check that out.
The cops hear their best bet may be the Gold Rush bar downtown. So we do a walkthrough and talk to the staff. But Bill Brown has yet to make an appearance. CCAT will try again later.
Let me holler at you real quick. I'm looking for a guy that's wanted. He's a sex offender.
Now we're on the trail of Darren Sanford. Police think he's a regular around this freeway off-ramp, and with just a couple questions, they get a good lead.
You know him? When's the last time he was down here? About an hour.
A teenager points us in the right direction, straight to Sanford's camp in Discovery Park.
See where them fallen trees are right there, where that trail is?
Yeah. Go back that far.
Right there, that's where it is.
Climbing over trees and brush with guns drawn, the cops quietly approach his tent, only to find it empty. But after another half hour of searching on foot, just as we were about to leave, Darren Sanford shows up.
Anybody tell you we were looking for you, Darren? No. Nobody.
Police check Sanford for weapons and search his bag. And you're required to check in every day, you know.
I was not told.
8 years ago, Sanford was caught pushing a little boy on the swings at a local school. These days, he says he never approaches children, but now he's going to jail.
I was falsely accused.
Step in the vehicle.
98.
Step in the vehicle.
And that's what you guys get.
We just try to keep getting closer and closer until something like that happens.
23-4.
With one down and one to go, CCAT heads back to the buses. Sources tell us Bill Brown usually comes from the mall on the number 4 bus. Undercover officers watch each terminal and they chat with a few drivers. Then our suspect arrives. Today, Bill Brown took a different bus route, but for failing to check in with his parole officer, he is now being rerouted to the county jail.
Get that camera off me!
Once they catch and book the offenders, CCAT's job is done. They don't know how long the suspects will be in jail or if they'll come back here, but police are satisfied for now, knowing that 2 predators are off the streets.
I'm happy with the turnout from today.
In Vancouver, Jamie Wilson, the 10 o'clock news.
Both of those sex offenders have been charged with parole violations, and they will face a hearing with the Department of Corrections. Now, authorities also advise not giving money directly to panhandlers. They suggest donating to charities that help the homeless. Tomorrow, they walk the streets in search of customers. But these prostitutes are different. They're senior citizens over 65. Tomorrow night, the Fox 12 investigators take you to the back alleys of Mexico City, where senior citizen sex workers struggle to survive.
It is difficult to be on the street at this age. You're vulnerable to the aggression of customers.
They go crazy. They hit you. One guy pistol whipped me in the head. I have knife scars on my arm.
See how these women made it off the streets alive and how they're now working to help other streetwalkers over 65. That's tomorrow night at 10 o'clock.
Live from Fox 12 Oregon, this is breaking news.
And we are following breaking news tonight. Police are on the scene of a home invasion on the 8800 block of Benton Drive in Vancouver. Police say the homeowner came home to find 2 men wearing masks inside. Police say the homeowner and the burglars both had guns. The shots were fired. They're now searching for the suspects. We will have a live report from the scene and updated information coming up on the 11 o'clock news. Now to a weather alert about tonight's changing forecast. Let's go over to the Weather Center and Chief Meteorologist Mark Nelson for the very latest. Mark?
Yeah, we've been tracking the showers moving across the metro area and all across northwest Oregon and southwest Washington. Let's go to our live radar at this hour. And right now, not a lot going on right in the middle of town. It's been kind of quiet here. I did find some showers, though, just moving east of I-205. That's east towards the Camas area. Notice it's very light shower activity there. Now, you look at this, looks like it's about to snow pretty hard over Forest Grove at this hour. Forest Grove being right about here. But if we loop it for an hour, you can see what happens. A lot of that gets caught up on the coast range. And over the last hour, that hasn't really moved towards Forest Grove at all. But there are heavy snow showers of all places out at the beaches right now. Look at that. Oceanside, Netarts, looks like you're getting heavy snow. Same thing at Tillamook. Temperature at Tillamook right now, 33 degrees. So you know that snow is sticking on the grass and just about everywhere else. Back here in the metro area, it's plenty cold. We're just waiting for some more moisture. The updated forecast coming up again at 11 o'clock.
Well, the cold weather can lead to costly energy bills, but it doesn't have to. The people at Northwest Natural have some energy-saving tips for you. They say replace your furnace filter. Also check the weather stripping on your doors and windows. Consider insulating your home. Turn down the thermostat at night when your home is empty, and also conserve hot water. And if you would like more energy-saving tips, we have a link on our webpage, kptv.com. Some schools have already decided to have to delay or rather close tomorrow as well. Salem Academy, Wahkiakum, Oregon Trail, and Ocean Beach schools will have a 2-hour delay, while schools in Jewel, Rainier, Vernonia, and Clatskanie will be closed. Keep watching Fox 12 for the very latest on our winter weather. You're just a few minutes away from Mark Nelson's forecast on the 11 o'clock news, and we'll also have the latest on a special edition of Good Day Oregon tomorrow morning starting at 4:30. And that is tonight's Final Cut.
I'm Tim Becker. Ahead in sports, the Seahawks back on Monday Night Football hosting the Packers in the snow, where Matt Hasselbeck's return is plagued by turnovers. Highlights when we come back.
You're watching the 10 o'clock news. First, live, local. Your next vacation could be to Hawaii. It's as easy as watch, listen, and win. Just watch Good Day Oregon all month long starting at 6 a.m. We reveal the artist of the day. Then listen to 99.5 The Wolf. When you hear a song by our artist of the day, call in for your chance to win a trip to Hawaii.
The new model year is off to a great start at the Jeep Premier event. The new 4-door Wrangler Unlimited just arrived alongside the all-new Jeep Compass. They join Liberty with the government's highest side crash test rating. Jeep Commander with 3 rows of seating, and Grand Cherokee, part of the most award-winning brand of 4x4s.
Well-qualified buyers get 0% financing for 60 months or cash allowances of $5,500 on 06 Commander and Grand Cherokee.
See Commander, Grand Cherokee, and much more at the Jeep Premier event.
It's the most deadly form of breast cancer, and it's also the toughest to diagnose. Information that could save your life coming up on the 11 o'clock news. First, live, local.
I wish we had a big house.
Well, I wish we had an affordable house.
Ours?
Find your perfect place. It's easy with RE/MAX. RE/MAX agents have the experience you can count on to make your dreams a reality. Nobody sells more real estate than RE/MAX.
A Hummer can take you places you've never been before, but you need to buy one first. There's only one place to become a Hummer owner. That's Vic Alfonso Hummer, Oregon's exclusive dealership with the largest Hummer inventory around.
Right now, own a new 2006 H3 for $27,500, or for a limited time, only 0% APR for 60 months on any new 2006 Hummer.
Don't be left behind. If you've got places to go, go to Vic Alfonso Hummer first, what other luxury dealerships try to be.
Before hitting the road tomorrow morning, check in with Good Day Oregon for the most up-to-the-minute road conditions. Good Day Oregon starting tomorrow morning at a special time, 4:30.
Welcome back. The Green Bay Packers brought a little of that frozen tundra atmosphere with them to play the Seahawks tonight. First time ever it has snowed on a Hawks game in Seattle, and weird things happen with that white stuff. Just ask Matt Hasselbeck, back from injury just in time to throw 3 first-half interceptions. Late second quarter, Hasselbeck's 4th turnover is a fumble, and that's Abdul Hajj with the 29-yard return. Pack led at 14-12 at halftime. But Hasselbeck responds in a big way with 3 TD passes to make up for those picks, 1 to DJ Hackett. Then fourth quarter, he finds Darrell Jackson for the 27-21 Seattle lead. And then with about 6 minutes left, Hasselbeck to Jeremy Stevens for 6 more, and that's the last scoring in this one. Seahawks win by 10 after trailing by 9. And we didn't forget about Sean Alexander. All the man did was roll up 201 yards since he was injured. Well, word got out yesterday, and today officials at the U of Oregon addressed their change at the top. Athletic Director Bill Moose stepping down after 12 years of growing the school's athletic department and budget. He'll stay on the job until March, when he plans to get reacquainted with a wife and kids.
They've been at bowl games and basketball tournaments and in the locker rooms and all of that, but on the other end of it, I've missed a lot of birthdays, a lot of anniversaries, and a lot of their games.
And at the Stade Center, the Portland State men beat the Pilots 69-53. Tim Becker, Fox 12 Sports.
A shootout at a home here in Vancouver, and tonight police say at least 2 gunmen are still missing. I'll have an update coming up at 11.
Also at 11, our first live local weather coverage continues. Grab a pen and some paper for some important phone numbers and safety tips you need before you go to bed.
And it is a silent killer, a form of breast cancer that is often undetected. It's a story no woman can afford to miss. Next on the 11 o'clock news.
You're watching the 10 o'clock news. First live local.
This segment of the 10 o'clock news is brought to you by Dodge.
The new model year is off to a hot start during the Dodge Premier event. The all-new Nitro is pumping adrenaline alongside the fuel-efficient new Dodge Caliber. They join Dodge Magnum and Charger, both with available electronic stability program. And Grand Caravan with stow-and-go seating and storage.
Well-qualified buyers get 0% financing for 60 months or cash allowances of $5,500 on 06 Grand Caravan.
Check out Grand Caravan and all of our bold lineup during the Dodge Premier event.
Seems like there are a lot of places popping up these days that want to lend you money. The problem is they don't tell you about their mounds of paperwork, slow approval, low loan amounts, and high rates.
Rapid Cash takes the stress out of getting the money you need with less paperwork, fast approvals, the maximum loan amounts, and low rates. Rapid Cash offers payday and auto title loans to meet your needs.
Call the Roo for the location nearest you at 503-790-CASH.
There once was a place that was slightly odd, that tacked a nickel onto every bottle, complicated trash day with plastic bins, gave prime real estate to everyone, zigged where most places zagged, and generally started doing every little thing as if the earth depended on it, which, oddly enough, it does.
For more energy and earth-saving tips, visit portlandgeneral.com.
Your favorite 10 o'clock news was voted best overall newscast in the city. Turn to the #1 Emmy Award-winning 10 o'clock news team every night for news that's first, live, and local.
Guns N' Roses return to the concert stage. December 11th at the Rose Garden Arena. KUFO presents Guns N' Roses, the Chinese Democracy World Tour. Tickets are on sale now. Finally, the long wait is over. Guns N' Roses live. Tickets are on sale now. Produced by House of Blues Concerts and AEG Live. Don't miss Guns N' Roses live.
Just gives me the feeling like she's not listening to me.
Have you tried not saying like every other word?
What?
Remember your ski trip story?
Yeah.
I was like going down the hill.
No,
and like,
come on, that's
and I was
not
like,
me.
stuff either happened.
Holy.
All things holiday, all in one stop at Fred Meyer.
Now on the 11 o'clock news, bracing for round 2 of wintry weather, from school closures to the dangers you face during your morning commute. Fox 12 has what you need to know before you go to bed.
We are live in Vancouver, where cops are searching for 2 bad guys. More on the breaking news that has a neighborhood on edge.
And 61 million people did it today, and now they're all potential victims. How scammers are targeting people shopping online for the holidays. The 11 o'clock news starts now. I'm Wayne Garcia.
And I'm Shauna Parsons. Here's a look at Fox 12's top stories at 11.
Road crews from ODOT and the city of Portland are very busy tonight, laying sand and de-icer on area roadways. In the West Hills, roads became quickly frozen soon after dark. This truck apparently slipped on black ice, rolling over and blocking the Sylvan off-ramp at Highway 26. ODOT has as many as 50 de-icers ready to go this evening. The city of Portland has 4 plus dozens of sand trucks and plows. However, transportation officials are warning tonight that if you don't have to drive tomorrow morning, it might be a good idea to stay home or at least take a delay on your way to work. Another reminder tonight that TriMet could also be on delays or snow routes tomorrow morning. In Southwest Portland, David Wilson, the 11 o'clock news.
Well, if you live in the hills around the Portland area, you could be in for a treacherous commute tomorrow. Just take a look at what we're seeing out here on Skyline Boulevard. About 1/4 inch of snow, and this is really starting to freeze up and lead to some icy spots out on the roads. But that is something that people who live at higher elevations are used to. People we talk to who live on Mount Scott tell us that sometimes studded tires and chains aren't even enough to get them down the hill. They slide and sometimes slide right through stop signs. In fact, in 2005, a woman died on Mount Scott when the cab she was riding in started sliding. She jumped out and was killed. Police say the best thing you can do is take it slow and also increase the distance between your car and the car in front of you. Reporting in Northwest Portland tonight, Kevin Kawari, the 11 o'clock news.
Ice on the roads and snow on the cars and on the ground is going to make it tough to get to work safely. That challenge gets even tougher if your car breaks down. AAA expects more than 100,000 stranded drivers to call for help this winter. You should have a shovel and an ice scraper and a sack of sand or cat litter to give your tires some traction. Emergency flares or reflectors, a tow rope and booster cables are also a good idea. There are AAA emergency kits with all these things already assembled. The experts also suggest a blanket or sleeping bag, a flashlight, a first aid kit, some drinking water and food in case you have to sit and wait for help for a while. Or, like some will do, just don't drive.
No, definitely not prepared for driving in it. Didn't think that this would hit so soon, so definitely not prepared. If it's icy in the morning, I think I'll be telecommuting.
And the experts say the best tool to have in any emergency is a fully charged working cell phone. In Northwest Portland, Deborah Gill, the 11 o'clock news.
And Chief Meteorologist Mark Nelson's forecast is still ahead, but right now KPTV's Jamie Wilson is live in Vancouver to update the breaking news we've been following tonight. Jamie?
Well, I just got the very latest update from Vancouver police. They tell me that at least 2 suspects are still missing in this area tonight. They think they're possibly armed after a shootout at this house behind me here. That large truck right there, that belongs to the Vancouver Police Major Crimes Team, and detectives in there say that several shots have been fired. At about 6:45 tonight, police say the owner of this house came home to find 2 burglars inside with masks on. Then cops tell me the 2 sides exchanged gunfire. We don't know if the homeowner had a gun on him or picked it up in the house, but they say both shot at each other several times. Finally, the suspects ran out and drove off in a gray SUV. Police are questioning the homeowner, and they've been called to this house before. But neighbors tell us it's a bigger concern that 2 armed burglars are missing tonight. One man says he heard the shots, then saw nearly 10 cop cars searching for the gunman.
We thought it because they were driving around the neighborhood too, and they found stuff. They were throwing things out the car or something. They found bats and debris out there in the road. Some went on big time.
Now, police say they are investigating a possible connection to a suspicious injury that a man came into Emmanuel Hospital with, a gunshot wound there. They put the word out to hospitals that someone may be coming in. They don't know if any of the burglars were shot, but as I mentioned, they think there may be a possible connection to this injury this man has at Emmanuel Hospital in Portland. And we, of course, will have the very latest on this story coming up tomorrow morning on Good Day Oregon. Live in Vancouver tonight, Jamie Wilson, the 11 o'clock news.
And the top 3 national stories take us to Missouri, where investigators are looking into a company that runs a group home that burned to the ground today. That fire killed 10 people, including a staff member. 18 others had to go to the hospital, and that center was home to 32 people who were elderly or mentally ill. Police say that fire is suspicious, and they're looking into whether it's connected to another fire at that home back on Saturday. 2 other homes run by the company were cited for fire code violations back in 2003. Investigators say fire equipment at one of those homes was intentionally turned off. New York City Mayor Michael Bloomberg said today that police used excessive force when they fired some 50 shots at a groom at him and his 2 friends as well. The 23-year-old man died. Police say that they fired at the man and his friends after they ran their car into an undercover officer. Police say that they thought one of the men had a gun. That shooting is still under investigation. Tonight, the American Red Cross is facing a fine for nearly $6 million. The $5.7 million fine stems from an inspection of a Red Cross facility in upstate New York last year. It covers a variety of issues, including control of blood, donor screening, and manufacturing issues.
Now back to our weather alert tonight. We could be in for a tricky commute in the morning as the temperatures dip and threaten to freeze the wet roads. So here are some tips to help you take it slow. ODOT reminds you to accelerate slowly and smoothly. Watch out for stranded cars, pedestrians, and kids playing in the snow if we have some. Leave more space between your car and the one in front of you. Begin to brake earlier and do it smoothly and slowly. Slow down for turns. And limit 911 calls to genuine emergencies. Dress appropriately for the cold and keep food, water, and bedding in your car. If you plan to leave the driving to someone else, here are a couple of phone numbers you might want to jot down. You can call TriMet at 503-238-RIDE for information on snow routes and weather-related detours. Call C-Tran at 360-906-7499 for the same information. And in the Salem area, you can call 503-588-BUS. That's with 2 S's for route and schedule information for Chariot transportation. Your thermostat, furnace fans, and blowers all run on electricity. So what can you do to keep warm if your power goes out during this cold weather? First, wear extra layers of clothing and use layers of blankets. Close off all rooms that you're not using and that don't need to be heated. To keep rooms warm, close your curtains, shades, or drapes and cover your doors and windows. Eat enough to keep your energy up and make sure you don't get wet if there is no way to get dry. To report a power outage, you'll need to call your electricity provider. For PGE, the number in Portland is 503-464-7777. If you are outside the Portland area, you can call 1-800-544-1795. For Clark Public Utilities, it's 360-992-8000. And for Pacific Power, 1-888-221-7070.
Well, you hear us talk about snow elevations all the time, but how can you find out what elevation you live at? Well, just check out KPTV.com. And from our homepage, you want to click on First Live Local Weather first. And then under the weather links, you will find another link called Snow Elevations, which will take you to this page showing the elevations of many areas around this area. Downtown Portland is only about 20 feet above sea level. Hillsborough is just over 200 feet. Also, Gresham is about 325 feet above sea level. And again, you can find the elevations of all these places, perhaps one of the places where you live, just by going to our website. Again, the address is kptv.com. And children are, of course, dreaming of snow day tomorrow. At least some of them are, hoping for enough snow to cancel classes. School districts from around the state will be collecting weather-related information throughout the night. Administrators will then decide if they'll cancel classes or open 1 to 2 hours late. That happens usually before 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning, depending on the district. Now, one of their biggest concerns, of course, is whether buses can take kids safely to and from school. Our first live local weather coverage continues tomorrow morning on Good Day Oregon. It begins early, 4:30 a.m. We'll have the latest on your commute, school closures, and your complete forecast. You'll also find updates and live streaming radar at kptv.com.
Now, Portland's first complete forecast at 11 from your first live local weather team.
And speaking of the live radar, here it is at this hour. This is actually a loop of the last hour. Notice here there's kind of a hole across most of the metro area. Showers moving onshore, and these are very cold showers. It's now cold enough that snow has fallen to sea level, so it could snow anywhere. But notice most of it going north and south of the metro area. No good reason for that. Maybe some snow shadowing from the coast range where it blocks a little bit of the moisture. But still some showers just leaving Woodburn, Donald, Canby, and Malala. This is headed east into the Cascade Range. Also a heavy shower actually just moved through La Center, and now that's just north of Battleground. That will push into the Cascades as well. And of course, it is chilly. 30 in Hillsborough at this hour, 34 in Portland, 35 in Vancouver. Anytime we get just a little bit of clearing between the clouds, temperatures drop below freezing and things ice up really quickly. So that's why I think the big story tomorrow morning, no matter how much more snow we get, it won't be a lot, but everything is going to freeze for the morning drive. It'll be icy no matter where you go. River cam at this hour shows looks like the sidewalk just a little bit wet there, and of course winds are calm at this hour. Now temperature-wise across the region, it's chilly everywhere. 30s at the coastline, 33 and snowing at Tillamook, 21 at Redmond, down to 8 at Burns. There's a lot of cold air to the north, and we're watching that pretty closely because that is going to change our weather in the next 12 hours or so. We've had all these cold showers spinning onshore, but now we're watching to the north for what we call Arctic air. That's, well, air that comes out of the Arctic. It's extremely cold. In Bellingham, northwest Washington, 13 degrees. The wind is gusting over 40 miles per hour. Seattle, 28. Everything is frozen in Seattle now. Just moved through Olympia. This is an Arctic front, the leading edge of that really cold air, and that's going to sag south. Notice it's 23 on the north coast of Washington. But as that moves south, it'll finally push all the snow showers away. Overnight, still a chance for snow showers, but as that crosses the metro area, what's left of it at least, around daybreak, that'll finish off our chance for showers. So tomorrow is going to be dry. No chance for snow tomorrow. Our last chance for snow really here in the next, about 8 hours or so. Notice 6 a.m., maybe a leftover shower or two, and that's it. So just partly cloudy tomorrow. Then Wednesday, the east wind gets going, and the next 2 days are going to be chilly, about 37 tomorrow and cooler yet on Wednesday. So no chance for snow on Wednesday or tomorrow. Maybe a trace to an inch tonight. That's the best I think I can get you. But then maybe some brief morning snow. The next system that arrives will ride over the cold air, so chance of snow tonight, definitely not Tuesday or Wednesday, maybe briefly on Thursday morning. That is the weather story. Now, short